Jumping through the pines, aliens sending secret signs. EVPs in the dead of night, ghosts dancing in the pale moonlight. Paranormal for what we bring it to ya. Truth behind the veil, gotta pursue ya. Talking about the strange, the freaky, the weird. Fearless, we dive wherever you see ya. Portal opens in the woods so deep. Creatures crawl from a timeless sleep. Lights in the sky, they flicker and blaze. Signals from beyond these earthly days.
All right.
Hey, guess what?
It's Thursday.
It is. It's Thursday.
Thanks, everybody, for showing up. Woo Riders, so far, is the only one that said hey in the chat room.
What's up?
What's up? How you doing? So tonight, it's going to be kind of a short night. We're not going to probably be a full hour show. We'll see. But we're getting ready. This Saturday, we will not have a show. Right, Jason?
That's right. The countdown is on.
Yes.
For the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference.
Hey, Michelle. Yeah, Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference is here. So
we'll be leaving out
tomorrow, so we could go set up our booth and everything. So everybody that's in the area, please come and say hi to us. If you got any great stories, we love to hear them.
Yeah, it's in Gatlinburg. If you can make it to Gatlinburg, go to the convention center Saturday.
Yes,
Saturday.
We'll be selling these all day, and shirts.
Yeah. And getting all your stories.
Yes. Loving the stories.
So David said something when I got in here. He said, "You shaved."
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I look younger?
Jason looks like 20 years younger. What's up, Christina?
Christina, do I look 20 years younger?
I think you did. I was like, man, now we're going to go to the conference and I want to look like an old man. Jason looks like a young pup again. What happened here? He found the fountain of youth and he's not telling.
Yeah. I guess it's just a little shave.
Yeah. Shave and a haircut.
Yeah. I ain't got no hair to cut. So anyway,
I can lend you an inch or two.
Yeah. Tonight, like David said, we're going to be talking about some NDE stories.
Yes.
And if you got anything that you want to mention in the chat, just feel free to do that. And
just light her up.
Light her up. So we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to do the music too. So have you ever wondered what truly happens when someone faces death and then comes back? In this show, we're going to dive into 5 unbelievable near-death experiences from real people who claim to have journeyed to the other side. From a woman who observed her own brain surgery while clinically dead, to someone blind from birth who saw for the very first time. So these first-hand accounts will challenge everything you thought you knew about life, death, and consciousness. So join us as we explore the incredible details of these experiences, all the out-of-body observations, the life reviews, where every action's effect is felt, and the emotional reunions with deceased loved ones. Prepare to be moved, intrigued, and maybe even find a new perspective on what lies beyond. So get ready, question reality, and ponder the ultimate mystery. Is there truly life after death?
I think so.
I know so. Yeah, I know so.
I'm pretty sure that there is. But we'll see what Pam Reynolds thinks about this.
This one is crazy.
So this one is Pam Reynolds. So picture this. Pam Reynolds was having some seriously complicated brain surgery back in 1991. Now, we're talking about a procedure where they basically had to cool her body down to a super low temperatures stop her heart, and even flatten her brain activity. Now, she was, by all medical definitions, clinically dead. Now, this is where it gets mind blowing. During this whole crazy process, Pam later claimed that she had left her body. She said she was floating above the operating table, looking down at the doctors that were working on her. She even remembered hearing conversations and seeing specific tools they were using. Is that not crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what makes her story so incredibly compelling is the details that she recalled. She mentioned a specific surgical instrument that looked like a dental pick. And sure enough, the medical staff confirmed they used something that fit that description. She also remembered snippets of conversations that were between the surgeons that she could not have possibly heard with her ears plugged and her brain activity flattened. It was like her consciousness was totally separated from her body and her brain, and then able to observe everything that was happening around her, even in that extreme state. Now, this case really makes you scratch your head and wonder what's going on when someone dies. So, after this incredible experience, Pam also described being drawn towards a bright light. She encountered deceased loved ones like her grandmother and an uncle. It wasn't just a fleeting image. She said it felt like a real interaction. It was full of peace and love. She felt a strong sense of being home and didn't want to come back. But as often happens in NDEs, she was told it was not her time and that she had to return. Now, her uncle, in her account, even had to push her back into her body, which she described as feeling like jumping into ice-cold water, which was a stark contrast to the warmth she had experienced. Her case remains one of the most widely studied and debated NDE accounts because of how well documented her medical condition was during the alleged out-of-body observation. Now, some skeptics try to explain it away with anesthesia awareness, but her surgeon himself said she was in the deepest possible anesthetic state without actually killing someone, where any consciousness recall should have been impossible. So this truly challenges our understanding of consciousness and what might happen when our physical bodies shut down.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Could you imagine being your body temperature lowered, your heart rate, your heart stopped, and them doing brain surgery on you, and you could sit and watch it happen?
I believe it because I myself had an OBE.
Yeah.
And it was just like that. I was looking down at myself from the ceiling. And this is just one out of millions probably of occurrences that happened.
I'd say a lot of people probably don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Christina says you're always handsome.
That's right, baby. So our next one is Vicky Yu. And this is the person that's seen for the very first time. So her story is just incredible because she was born totally blind. Like never seen a single thing. No light, no shadows, nothing. Her dreams weren't even visual. That's weird, ain't it? Not being able to see in your dreams.
Yeah.
So they were just about touch, taste, and sound and smell. So imagine her surprise when during a near-death experience after she had a serious car accident that left her in a coma, she suddenly could see. She described herself floating above her body, which is normal for that because
a lot of people do.
I did. It was weird. She was floating above her body in the hospital and was looking down on herself. her own wedding ring, and her hair. It must have been completely disorienting and even a little scary at first when she had no prior concept of sight.
That would be weird, right?
Yeah.
Never seeing in your whole life, and then all of a sudden
You can see.
you can see, and you see yourself. I wonder how you would be able to know, hey, that's me, because you've never seen yourself. So you wouldn't know what color your hair was. You wouldn't know
Yeah, it's
things
weird.
that we use, every day to identify ourselves.
I think that goes, I mean, just imagine you as a energy spirit, and this body is broken and it don't have all the tools it needs to see. But once outside of that body, you have all the tools you need. I mean, you're
So you just have an awareness that is
Yeah.
you then.
weird.
Yeah. It's cool.
So it didn't stop there. Vicky then described being drawn to this beautiful, brightly lit place that was full of trees, birds, and people, all made of light. Now she could see them, and it was overwhelming and incredibly beautiful to her. Someone who had never experienced anything visual before, she talked about feeling love from everything around her. The grass, the birds, the trees, and especially the people. It sounds like an explosion of sensory experience for someone who had lived in complete darkness. Experience, she also encountered several people she knew who had passed away, including 2 of her blind and intellectually disabled schoolmates who appeared healthy, vibrant, in their prime. She saw her childhood caretakers and her grandmother who had raised her. These encounters were described as full of recognition, love, and great joy. It really makes you think about what sight truly means, and if it's something more than just our physical eyes and brain that's interpreting light. So eventually Vicky was told it wasn't her time to stay in this beautiful place and that she had to go back. She was understandably disappointed, protesting that she wanted to stay with her loved ones, but she eventually consented, and the transition back into her body was described as excruciatingly painful and heavy. Her experience is a very profound example of how near death can involve perception beyond our known senses, especially in cases where physical senses were never present to begin with.
Now that would be interesting, where you have the fact that someone that has never seen before in their whole life, and now all of a sudden they can see.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I don't know if you did overly overstoked Oscars.
No, I don't think she ever told us about that.
No, that's interesting. So he had an NDE. Well,
I think I had it. Maybe it might have been an NDE. I could have quit breathing in my sleep or something, but I was on this ceiling and I was looking down and it was like pulling me away and away and away.
I was trying to yank you up from your body.
I said, no.
You said, help. That's funny.
It is. It's scary though.
Now, one of the most powerful parts of many near-death experiences is something called the life review. It's not just like watching a highlight reel of your life. It's really a lot more than that. It's more intense and more immersive. Most people describe it as seeing their entire life flash in front of their eyes, but in a totally non-judgmental way. So every single moment, every interaction, every word spoken, every decision made comes into a crystal clear focus. It's almost simultaneous. It's like you're revealing or reliving it all, but with perfect clarity and understanding. That would be weird,
Mm-hmm.
especially as you get older and things get further away. They're not as clear as they once were, you know?
Right.
Now, what truly sets us apart is the element of shared emotions. It's not just seeing what you did, but feeling the ripple effect of your actions and words on others.
Camera went.
Oh, no. Can you still hear us?
Probably can. Oh, go stream.
We may have been blinded now.
All right. We might be getting it here in a minute. Ah. Hmm.
We've had some technical difficulties.
We have. Hmm.
Looks like we have no background.
No background.
Sorry, everybody, but it's everything's. Yep, background isn't working. Yeah, I know. That's why we're going to have to do away with green screen at some point.
Yeah.
So let's get back on it. What truly sets us apart is the element of shared emotions. It's not just seeing what you did, but feeling the ripple effect of your actions and words on others. If you said something unkind to someone, you'd not only re experience saying it, but also profoundly feel the pain, sadness, and frustration that person's experience because of your words. Conversely, if you did something genuinely helpful or loving, you would actually feel the joy, gratitude, and relief that your actions brought to others. It's like being on both sides of every interaction at once. So, this incredibly empathetic aspect of the life review often leads to massive personal transformations. People usually come back from NDEs with a heightened sense of compassion and a deep understanding of interconnectedness. Now, they realize how deeply their actions, even seemingly small ones, can impact others. It's like they've had the ultimate lesson in empathy, seeing and feeling the world through everyone else's eyes. Now, this profound insight often leads to a desire to live a more loving and kind of life. The life review isn't about judgment from some external force. It's often described as self assessment, but guided by an overwhelming sense of unconditional love. It is a chance to truly understand the impact of your existence and to learn from your past. Many people who have had NDEs report feeling a profound sense of forgiveness both for themselves and for others. After undergoing this comprehensive and deeply moving experience, it reorients their entire moral compass and priorities.
Yep. We got a green screen.
Look at that.
I don't know why it won't come back up. I just
Usually it won't.
now let's try it. Nope. All right, we'll just go ahead and do it without it. So this next encounter is with deceased loved ones. It's a cardiac arrest survivor. So now imagine you've just had a cardiac arrest, your heart stopped, you're clinically dead. Then as you're in this profound state, you suddenly find yourself in what's often described as a tunnel. It's a tunnel of white light. So this is a super common part of NDEs. It's almost always accompanied by an overwhelming feeling of peace and calm and complete absence of pain or fear. So this is where many people report their consciousness leaving their body and floating. And as they move through this incredible space, the significant number of NDEers describe encountering deceased loved ones. Take someone like AR. He was a young man who had a cardiac arrest. While the specific details of his meeting weren't in the provided, they weren't in the original documents or in the research. Many accounts similar to his involve seeing and interacting with family members or friends who have already passed away. So these aren't just vague figures. People often recognize them clearly, and sometimes even seeing them in their prime and looking healthier and happier than they ever were in life. So the reunions are often described as incredible and emotional and comforting. There's a powerful sense of recognition and a feeling of unconditional love, like a homecoming. And sometimes these loved ones act as guides or communicate messages, perhaps telling the experiencer that it's not their time and they need to go back to their body. It's a very personal and often very reassuring part of the experience for those who experience it, offering a sense of continuity and connection beyond physical death.
A lot of people aren't afraid of death anymore.
But what's really striking is is how often people report seeing their deceased loved ones they didn't even know had passed away. Even family members they'd never met, but later confirmed were real and they recognized them.
That's interesting.
So this adds just another layer of mystery to the experiences, as it suggests a source of information beyond the individual could have known physically. For many, the encounters solidify their belief in an afterlife and profoundly change their perspective on death and loss. So Oscar says when Chris had his stroke, he was unconscious for 2 weeks. They weren't hopeful for him to wake up. He has forgot 20 years, but recognized all of us.
Wow.
That's crazy. 20 I think we have one more.
That's crazy. 20 years, though, just gone. So, Tommy McDowell, retired Army vet, went through a truly harrowing medical ordeal, ending up on a ventilator for a week due to multiple organ failure from sepsis. Now, during that critical time, he had an NDE that was completely focused on an overwhelming sense of goodness. He described it as a incredibly powerful, transformative presence of peace, comfort, serenity, love, and he just felt like he was at home. Now, all the confusion and loneliness he might have felt before vanished. They were replaced by pure tranquility. He also recounted seeing a cloud of crystallized light that wasn't just pretty to look at. It actually invited him in. When he entered this light, something truly amazing happened. He said that he felt the embedded trauma, the regret, the loss, all of these things wash away off of his back and his shoulders. So imagine having all that heavy emotional baggage just dissolve, leaving you feeling lighter, completely unburdened. It sounds like an ultimate cleanse for the soul. Now, Tommy's experience highlighted a common thread in most NDEs, and this is a sense of peace and transcendence. It's a place where all earthly pain, suffering, and fear simply just disappear. It is often described as being bathed in unconditional love, as a feeling that is more real and intense than any experience in regular life. Now, for Tommy, this was his experience. He says it was the presence of God, something so overwhelming and beyond words that he struggled to even describe it fully. Coming back from such an experience can be life-altering. People like Tommy often lose their fear of death completely, and their priorities shift dramatically. They usually become more loving, more compassionate, and more focused on spiritual or altruistic pursuits. Now, the memory of that profound peace stays with them, influencing how they live their remaining lives, and often leading to a deeper appreciation for existence itself. And that's something that a lot of these people do, have, is the fact that the fear of death. A lot of people walk around with this fear of death. A lot of people do. They fear it. And I don't know why, but they do.
Well, we got an echo. This ain't too good.
Echo. It's been on both.
Huh. Well. Guess that's a good time to end the show.
It's a good time to end the show. Well, everybody.
We tried.
Yep. We just had one thing after another, it seems like, happened tonight. So we're going to leave you with this.
I still don't hear an echo. Might be on Christina's end.
Oh, maybe it is. She's probably listening to it in 2 devices at the same time. Just
I wouldn't doubt it.
Thank you for your story, Overly Overstoked Oscars. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Hope everybody enjoyed the broke up show that, you know, I think
no, I'm not.
it's still some good info. I mean, it'll make you think, and I hope you enjoyed it. David does too. I'm sure.
Yeah, you know, I mean, things like this does, like what I was talking about, usually does make people not fear death anymore. I don't know why someone would, because it's clear that there's nothing you can do about it one way or another.
Yeah.
You know, so, but a lot of people do fear death. And that's one thing that most of these people, after their experience, no longer fears.
Mm-hmm. So he's been different since. His story is much longer and more detailed.
And that's very interesting.
Yeah. I've read a lot about near death experiences, and 99.9% of them are all exactly the same. A bright light and people looking, down on themselves from the ceiling. It's pretty interesting. I mean, how can you not count all these experiences and testimonies from these people and saying, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nothing happens. You die, you die.
Yeah.
She says he talks about the people in line.
I've heard that too.
Really?
Yeah, like a waiting room. I heard one where there was, it was like they shot up into space and there was a line. I don't know. It was weird. It was kind of weird.
That's interesting. Thank you, Michelle.
So remember, come see us. Bigfoot Festival.
Saturday.
We're going to be there live.
All day.
All day.
It's going to be what? Like 9 a.m. to
9 to 6 or 7. Yeah.
And every year we have a great time. This year will not be any different. I think this year has one of the better lineups that I remember in the past few years. Everybody there is going to be very interesting and have a lot of great topics to talk about.
Yeah. There's also going to be a round table with quite a few people that go out and do these hunts and stuff.
Yep.
I know Harley Owens is on.
Harley Owens is there, and then
be on there.
He's going to be on our show too after the conference.
Yeah, after the conference.
Yeah, so
definitely. Can't wait.
It's going to be good. We're going to have fun. Like I said, we're not going to have a show this Saturday because we will be in Gatlinburg all day Saturday. So everybody that can visit us, please do. We look forward to talking to you, listening to your experiences, signing the books that you buy.
Oh yeah.
We don't have a whole lot of books, so we're going
to sell out.
End up selling out pretty quickly. We got another comment.
Let's see what we got here. Barbara, we hope to see you there at the Bigfoot conference. You and Mark just live down the road.
Mm-hmm. Overly Overstoked Oscar says there's peace knowing there's more.
Yeah, there is.
I think, and this may be just me, but I really think that a lot of people, no matter what they believe in God-wise or whatever, deep down inside, if they really chewed on it and thought about it, would know that this is not it. This is not all of it,
Yeah, before we started our little investigations and stuff back in 2012, I was really scared to death. I mean, especially in my middle to late 20s, I was pretty upset about it. I about went crazy over it. And now that I've been doing, seeing all this evidence and listening to people's stories and even having an OBE of my own, it don't scare me no more because I know it's not the end.
Yeah.
For anybody,
Yep.
It's not the end.
Right. Yep. Take comfort in that.
Yeah.
It definitely is not the end. And I'm going to say definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We know.
Yes.
All right, David's going to take us out.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you again. Our next show will be Thursday. And so if everything goes well, we might have some good topics to talk about Thursday. Well, Thursday, we've got a guest, don't we?
Yeah, we have Vic Cundiff.
Yeah, so we've got a guest on this Thursday.
He's Dog Man. He's going to be talking about the Dog Man experiences.
Awesome. That's going to be fun. Well, remember, you can find us at 411.org, Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. Tune in live every Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. Saturdays from 8 to 10 p.m., except for this Saturday. Remember, Saturdays from 10 to 11, we are on in the metro Atlanta area. You catch us at WDJY-FM. That's 99.1 FM. For listeners outside of Atlanta, you go to WDJYFM.com or you click the link on our website. We're also on Subspace Radio and all major podcast platforms. Hey, we have a book out, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2. East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2. It is available at paranormal411.org or on Amazon. Join us.
Join us. And sorry about the green screen.
Yep. Malfunction junction. Thank you.
Have you ever wondered what lurks in the shadows? What secrets the night hides? What strange phenomena might be happening just beyond your perception? Join us as we journey into the world of the paranormal, exploring everything from ghosts and UFOs to cryptids and unexplained occurrences. From haunted houses to all things paranormal, join us in the search for the truth behind the veil. Welcome to Paranormal 411.